Okay, first thing, we lost an Auburn great last night, and Jackie Forget, and just our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family. Also we held out 3 of our players, Cam Petway, Kyle Davis, and Sean White, and that's completely between me and them. Cam Petway and Kyle Davis will both be back next week. Sean White will be back week 3. Just overall, I thought it was a very good win. Really what stands out to me right now is our defense. Our defense was unbelievable. They were outstanding. Triple option scares you to death. They know how to coach it. They know how to run it. Just looking at the stat sheet, 0 for 15 on 3rd down was really something. Our defense got a chance to play a lot of young guys too, and just did a super job all night long. Offensively, the sore spot was the 3 turnovers. I mean, that was really, first half right there that was the thing that really stood out. But very pleased with our guys in the run game and the pass game. Made some plays in both those areas. I felt like we were balanced and did a good job. And it was good for Jarrett to get a game under his belt too. And like I've said before, it's been 2 years since he played. It was good for him to get out there with his new teammates and all that. But very pleased with our team. That's a team that's given some bigger teams some fits in the past. We were definitely concerned about it, and it was good to get off to a good start. We played a lot of freshmen. I think there was 9 true freshmen that got a chance to play. We talked about all those young guys getting out there and getting a chance to play, and it's going to do nothing but help us with our depth moving forward. But good win, and we'll enjoy this tonight and get ready for Clemson tomorrow. Questions?
Gus, can we talk about how physical the defense was on the attack?
Yeah, they were real physical, and playing assignment football, you've got to take the dive, you got to take the quarterback, you got to take the pitch, and I thought we took all that, put them in some passing situations, made them uncomfortable. We had some big time sacks, and just to really harass that quarterback all night. I mean, I think our guys were flying around. They did a very good job up front. Like I said, 0 for 15. I don't know if I've seen that. I mean, that was real impressive. And before we took our ones out, there wasn't a whole lot of yards, not a whole lot of yards, period. But just very, very good defensive effort.
Twofold question for you. First question would be, obviously you saw Kerryon Johnson go down. If you haven't known his injury, second part of that question is with Cam Martin. Just how happy were you with his performance? For what he's able to do stepping in and carry on?
Well, we talked about, we do have some depth at tailback. I think you got a chance to see just about everybody tonight, and Cam Martin stepped up in that situation. Obviously, Kerryon Johnson's a big-time player, and that was a tough blow. We'll check his status, about where he's at. But Cam Martin came in and did a very good job. And I was pleased that the other running backs got some work too, and it was good to see that.
Guess when Kevin had said schematically how much of a challenge this was, just because of how you had so little tape to go off of, redshirt freshman quarterback, so many different styles of the triple option that they ran. To hold, this is one of the best performances of all time, yards allowed. What does that say about the preparation that came into it?
Well, it says a lot about Kevin Steele, our defensive staff, and our defensive players. I think they got a chance to be an outstanding defense. We talked about that pregame, and they answered the bell because there was a lot of stress that went into that, because there's so many ways that they can present the triple option to you, and they know how to coach it, they know how to teach it, and there was some stress involved in that, but our guys came out and executed the plan, and Kevin Steele and our defensive staff just did a super job.
Gus, how would you evaluate Jarrett Stidham tonight?
I thought he did a good job at times. I mean, there was one, that turnover, was supposed to be picked up, and it was a miscommunication, and that was a tough one. But I thought it was good for him to get out there and experience game action and all that. But I thought he managed the game well, and he dealt with a little pressure at times. But it was really good for us as coaches too, to see him out there, and I thought he did a very solid job.
Was your offense sort of vanilla tonight? Did you do that on purpose?
We scored 41 points, so I don't know.
In Jarrett's, first start, and obviously you said, there's some things to work on. Do you think he was rusty from the standpoint, maybe sometimes just hold on to the ball a little bit too long, maybe not seeing some open receivers?
Yeah, we'll have to look at the film and all that. I know early on, I think we had a deep one that we dropped, and that was a big one, at that point in the game. But it was good for him to be out there, and he's going to be an outstanding quarterback. I'll tell you that right now. And like I said, he's played 4 college games, and that was 2 years ago. So I was pleased with the way that he handled the offense. he'll get nothing but better.
You had a lot of success the crossing routes with Ryan Davis and Will Hastings, those two smaller guys.
Yeah.
Didn't see a lot of that last season. What did you think of that and going
That was
forward?
good stuff, you know, like I said, Chip's got a lot of new wrinkles and all that. The crossing routes were a part of that. And I think Chip did a solid job too, him and his staff.
You think Will showed a lot tonight? You know, everybody's always doubting, you know, can this guy be, you know, an every down receiver? He certainly looked the part tonight.
Yeah, Will Hastings, I mean, we've said it, I mean, he's in the mix, he's one of our guys, and Garrett's got a comfort with him, and he did a good job on some third downs, you know. Of course, the last one to the corner of the end zone was a big time throw. I mean, it was about where the only place it could have been, so I thought it was good.
This is probably the most substantive action that Jeff Holland has had, and he was extremely disruptive. What was your assessment of his performance?
Yeah, I thought he did a super job. You know, he's been a guy that's coming on, and he's really taken ownership in that position. He had a very good spring. He's had a very good fall camp, and you can tell he's just playing at a different level right now, and that was good to see.
Talk about Trey Williams, it looked like he had the best game I've seen.
You know, Trey Williams is a guy that, you know, our coaches were talking the other day about. He's raised his level, and you know, he was fierce out there. You know, there was a lot of the big hits, and he was the one getting up off the pile of that. And you know, the seniors, you know, when you got a chance to have a good team, they find ways to raise their level. And he's one of our team leaders, and couldn't be happier, you know, for him.
Gus, did Marlon Davidson surprise you? Because Kevin even said this week, I don't know what I'm going to get from conditioning from the standpoint of him being out long.
Well, Marlon is, he's mature beyond his years. He's a young guy that plays like an old guy. He's a great competitor. He's got great technique, and he's tough. He's really tough, so I'm real pleased with him.
When did the team find out those guys were suspended? And just in terms of the game, how did they react? Because
That's between me and my team.
But I mean, in terms of the game, that creates a little adversity. Did they rally together?
Our team was fine.
Gus, are you tempted to use Malik Willis there in the fourth
What's
quarter?
that?
Malik Willis instead of Devin, when you thinking about
Yeah,
that?
no, we had to play him, we would, and he was prepared, but, you know, we wanted to put Devin in there to clean the game up.
Coach, you've talked about Daniel Carlson many times, how he's the best field goal kicker in the country. What were you able to say to him after his 2 missed field goals for him to be able to come back and still miss like this?
I didn't say anything to him. I mean, he is the best kicker, and he's not gonna make every one, and he'll have a great season. I didn't say anything to him.